Just when you thought that he would come back into the Indian cricket team, he struck down with yet another injury. Yes, folks, it's the same old story yet again, and it seems like a curse. Washington Sundar is now out of the Zimbabwe ODI series. The main reason was he suffered a shoulder injury during the county match that he was playing for Lancashire. He had landed very awkwardly on his shoulder and he felt soreness. That injury has been enough to put him out for the Zimbabwe ODI series that will begin from 18th and will go on till 22nd. So Sundar suffered a left shoulder injury, and he apparently suffered that injury on August 10th during that county game. It was only after some soreness was reported and that his injury could not heal that the selectors finally decided that Washington Sundar will not be available for the Zimbabwe ODIs. It was like a very big body blow, and it continues his long list of injury travails that has plagued Washington Sundar, unfortunately, for the past 1 year. We have seen quite a few members of the Indian cricket team, Rohits Sharma, KL Rahul and all, getting impacted by injuries. KL Rahul in particular, he's coming back for the Zimbabwe series after a gap of nearly 4 months. He missed the West Indies series due to COVID. He had suffered a sports hernia that kept him out of the series against South Africa and England. And now he's back for the Zimbabwe ODIs. One hopes that he remains in full fitness. Rohit Sharma has also gotten injured quite frequently in the past. But Washington Sundar has endured a horrendous 2022 with so many injuries. If I have to just give you a brief explanation on his injuries, it will really make for sorry reading. But Washington's pain has resulted in a gain for another individual. Instead of Washington Sundar, now Shabaz Ahmed will be in the Indian team for the ODIs against Zimbabwe. Remember, Shabaz impressed for Royal Challengers Bangalore in IPL 2022 with some stellar performances with the bat and with the ball. He has been a really steady player when it comes to first class and limited overs cricket, averaging over 40 in the domestic circuit. Shabaz's skills are almost on par, you may say, with Deepak Hooda, the only variation being that Hooda is an off spinner, Shabaz Ahmed is a left-arm orthodox. So, Washington Sundar's absence has opened the door for Shabaz Ahmed. Whether he gets a chance in the Zimbabwe ODI series remains to be seen. But here is a long list of Washington Sundar's injuries. As you may be aware, in January, he was selected for the South Africa ODI series, but he missed out because he contracted COVID. That was the start of some more injuries for Washington Sundar. The West Indies and Sri Lanka T20s, he missed that because he suffered a hamstring injury. Prior to that, he had played the ODIs against the West Indies in Ahmedabad, but unfortunately after that he got injured, and so he missed 3 T20Is against the West Indies and against Sri Lanka. You thought that the IPL could bring about a change of fortune for Washington Sundar, right? Well, wrong. In one game, he suffered a split webbing on his right hand, which is his bowling arm, and that put him out for majority of the IPL. He just could play 9 games in that. In and out, he couldn't do much with the bat or with the ball and that injury also came at a very wrong time for him. So Sundar's shoulder injury now has added to COVID, hamstring, split webbing, and now this. Really frustrating if you are Washington Sundar. And for the fans, you will be wondering, what next? Will he ensure that he doesn't get injured in the next few remaining months? Only 4 months are remaining for 2022 to end. Will he suffer another injury? We don't know. But one thing is, we can say for sure, folks, Sundar's injury prior to the Zimbabwe ODIs and his non-inclusion in the Asia Cup means that he may not be in the reckoning for the ICC World T20 berth that will happen in Australia in October. How did Sundar perform for his county stint in Lancashire? Well, he took 5 for 76 in one game against Northants. And in the List A game, the Royal London Cup that was going on, where Cheteshwar Pujara is doing so well, he took 3 wickets in 3 List A games, which was slightly underwhelming considering that Sundar is much better than that. But ever since his last international game in February-March against the West Indies, Washington Sundar has been more out of the side than in the side when it comes to international cricket. A sad blow for Washington Sundar and his chances for a comeback in the Indian cricket team, considering now that the spin options are far more in depth and that places are really cramped. So we wish Washington Sundar well and we hope that he comes back injury free for the remainder of the year. But one can say with this latest injury setback, his chances for the World T20, however slim it was, is now virtually over. Thank you so much, folks, for listening to this live. We'll be back with more updates from Sports Today. Press the like, comment and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, folks.